Hey, it's the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show. This is Skip.
And this is Sharon, the Princess of Chocolate and Sparkles, and I think I'm getting better.
Yes.
I am. I'm weird, but yeah. So I hope everybody out there is having a great day so far.
And we're also playing our intro music while we're talking today. It's something different, something new.
Why?
Why not?
Because I feel like I'm a talkover.
Mix it up a little.
I guess. Okay.
That's right.
Anyway, to all the ones that are joining in, welcome.
Yes.
The ones that will join in later, welcome.
Hey, type it in and let us know where you're from, okay? We'd like to know where our listeners are watching from, and I'll put that on the screen there, and we'll go back here. Check in with us, say hi, type something in. If you want to call, the number is 253-335-3340. You can even call our call-in number and ask a question. But
or type it.
Today we got a good topic. It's all about how we go through the holidays from a psychic's point of view.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
That's right. Oh, and Mo's with us. Hey, Mo, how are you?
Cold up there, I'm sure. I hope she's in a warm room with the fireplace going.
Manitoba, I remembered. Manitoba.
You sure?
Yep, guarantee it.
Oh,
and my sister Sylvia, she's on from Puyallup. So we got a good topic today we're going to talk about. Today is the 19th of November. I was going to say the 20th.
No, so that's a 9-day. That's all about cleaning up and getting ready for brand new beginnings.
That's right. It's a what?
I call it a cleanup day. It's endings and beginnings. It's getting rid of stuff and things and that you don't need, or you don't need to think anymore like that, or you don't need to be around those people, or you don't need to do that, and just get ready for brand new beginnings.
And, Mo says it's sunny but chilly, perfect seasonal weather. But and she says, I'm right, it is Manitoba, and she said she's good. But I have to tell you, this week, when I leave the house at between 5 and 6 in the morning, it's been 24, 26 degrees at usually about 6 in the morning. 24 degrees. That's cold. And it doesn't get into the high 30s or 40s until about 11 o'clock. So
we're having a cold snap.
Real cold snap. Now, Wendy's with us. She says, hi, wishing I was watching from Cancun. Yeah, me too.
I mean, that I was there, not you watching, but you could go there. I'd like you to go there, but it'd be fun if we were doing this from Cancun, wouldn't it?
But you won't go there.
Why?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, is that in Mexico? Oh, well, I guess I'll watch from afar.
Yeah.
I had someone tell me the other night at the bowling alley.
What?
That Mexico's safe.
Yeah? That's what I've been telling you for 40 years.
Yep. Well, you have fun. Call me when you get back.
Okay.
I'll pick you up at the airport.
All right. So today's the 19th, and it's a 9 days for cleaning up things.
Getting ready for brand new things.
Okay. So tell me, when does the new things start? What's tomorrow, the 20th?
That's a 1. That's brand new beginning. So it happens tomorrow. So
there you go. Oh, Patty says hi. She's checking in.
Hi, Patty.
All right. So with that, who else do you want to say hi to?
Well, first off, Patty, I still haven't found the bag of runes. Just so she knows. I don't know where they went, but they're not here. But I'll keep looking.
That on
no,
me.
I can't. Well, I probably could. Drawer? I've looked everywhere. But I'll continue looking. Anyway, as usual, Johnny Dollar in New York, John in Tacoma, all our peeps north, south, east, and west. Galen, Cindy, you name them, we got them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got them.
Linda, Elaine, I hope she got a hot water tank.
Oh, yeah.
Sharon and Mike and Kendra. And
I wonder if she got that fixed.
I don't know. I haven't checked in, but it's a terrible time of year to have your hot water tank go out.
Yep. It is.
Hopefully she got it taken care of.
Well, okay.
Yes.
And let's get right. We got a good topic today, you guys.
Well, I'm glad you think we do, because I want to hear it.
Fast here. But the topic is going to be how we get through the holidays as psychic mediums.
Well, I can tell you how we get through it. I work my you-know-what off, and you sit there and go, smells good.
Tastes good, too. I like this.
Yeah.
This is good.
That's how he gets through it.
That's right. It works. But no, we got some tips and tricks for you guys to think about and maybe implement this year in all of your dealings, even when you go to the store during holiday things, because we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's go on to your stone of the day.
All right.
But before you do, you know what's
coming. Good thing I'm flexible, you know?
Oh, you are?
You can't tell?
Oh.
Anyway, here, you have to hold up the stone.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to do this without music today. We're going to make it
Why,
easier.
you can't find the button?
No, I got too many things going on here. Okay, so here is your stone.
Well, considering it's Thanksgiving, you got the family getting together next week and all that, I think rose quartz is very appropriate.
Wait. Let's see if I can do it
rose
with
quartz.
This. Put some light on.
I don't know. It's real. It's a palish pink.
Yeah.
With
It just went in my cup. I just dropped it in my cup. Whoa, this is appropriate. What's this stone about then?
Oh my gosh.
Is this a sign?
You ready for this?
I suppose.
Well, it's a light to dark pink color with some white going through it. We could have saw it, but he dropped it in his cup. Anyway,
I showed him.
Yeah, you did shortly, briefly. Anyway, it helps heal relationship problems, increases self-esteem and self-worth, helps forgiveness, heals negative emotions, increases empathy, supports the heart chakra, and creates emotional healing.
And this is what stone? Rose quartz.
Rose? I can't talk. Rose quartz. Yes.
Well,
just don't swallow the thing.
I'm going to be drinking some rose quartz today during the show.
Well, it has been cleansed. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, I washed it, so it's not going to hurt you to drink it, but don't swallow the darn thing, please.
Oh, I feel better already? Ooh, my.
Oh, Lord. Your heart is just opening up, right? Oh, my Lord.
Okay, so we got the stone.
Only you, Skippy, only you.
Uh-huh.
That's just something.
That's never happened before. That's funny.
Not to you, anyway. You know.
It just dropped right out of my hands, went right into my coffee cup.
Well, that probably is a sign.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it is.
It's my mukbang
and
cup.
You know what it's all about, too, but I'm not going to go there. But anyway. So, yes, that is a stone. Would you like the affirmation?
I don't know. I'm afraid that.
I'll hang on to it. You won't touch it. In life, it's important to know when to stop arguing with people and simply let them be wrong.
I'm not even going to comment on that one. Because we all know how that works.
And we all have people like that in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So quit wasting your energy.
Wait a minute. Read that again. This is good because I don't have music today. Nothing. So read this again.
In life, it's important to know when to stop arguing with people and simply let them be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Remember my old saying?
Mm.
I always say that she has the right to be wrong. So, and Mo says sometimes I'm that person. LOL.
Well, I think we all are sometimes in our lives, but there are ones out there that if you say red, they'll argue green no matter what color.
Yeah.
You know, because they just like to argue. And so, you know.
Which brings us to our topic today.
It does.
You're going to encounter this between now and the New Year's, more than likely, if you have family around, if you go grocery shopping, if you go Christmas shopping, if you're at the doctor's office, it doesn't matter. You're probably going to encounter some of these things.
You're home with your husband or your wife or your kids or your dog.
Yep, your neighbors. But read that one more time, because that's
my Lord, son.
No, this is good. This is segue right into our topic. How did you even plan this? Because you didn't really know what we're going to talk about.
I don't plan anything. Spirit puts it in front of me.
That's why I don't even.
In life, it's important to know when to stop arguing with people and simply let them be wrong.
Yeah. So let's get right into that part of it.
Well, I can add.
That's just part of today's topic.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
Yeah. Okay. You have
What's in that cup of coffee?
a rose quartz. You have people who, just a second, I gotta write this down.
Dead air time while he writes.
There we go. Okay.
I do not.
Okay.
I have had. Oh, I could tell you
okay.
later. But anyway, that's a red spot for my breathing machine.
Okay. Listen. So here's the deal. The holidays are coming. People are going to get tense if they're not already.
Tenser than they usually are.
Comments that are just out of the blue that you don't even know that they're trying to say something snidely or just sneak a dig into you or a barb, and people don't even understand that that's happening until after it's done.
And some people don't know they're doing it.
Right. And
you gotta.
So, but others pick up on it and do.
Sure.
So what do? You can't walk around with your guard up, which a lot of people do, and that makes things even worse. So you got to keep your guard down and let people make their mistakes. Now, that's part of the affirmation that you said today of just letting someone be wrong. And there are families who have family members who just have to talk. They have to say something. And when they do, a lot of the times they are just making comments. My grandpa used to say they talk just to feel their jawbone vibrate. And
everybody has those people.
Everybody has
whether
them.
They're neighbors, friends,
right?
Whatever.
Yeah. And
that doesn't make them a bad person. That's just who they are.
We encounter people like that in our life.
So everybody does.
What did well, I'm going to speak just for me. What did I used to do? Okay, when it happened, the battle was on. Okay.
Used to do?
Yes. Now I'll give him a lot of rope. Then the battle's on. Okay. And I give him a lot of rope. Now, Linda made a comment. She said, "Oh my God, that happened Monday with my neighbor. She came into my house and put me on the defense." Yeah, exactly. And because not only will you be feeling pressure or sensitivity from all this, but the people that do that are insecure. They feel the pressure. They're not confident in their own skin.
They've been hurt.
They have hurt people, and it bothers their conscience. So they have to
go that far.
I will. They have to keep making comments or saying and make themselves. I don't think so.
I think they have had a lot of trauma in their life, and I think they're thinking, I'm going to keep the upper hand, so I'll do it before I have it done to me. And it's a defense mechanism. I don't think bad of them. I love them, and they definitely have some trauma that they're not or can't deal with.
Okay. Having worked in prisons, and in sex offender prisons, as a manager, I was trained in some of these classes on why the inmates or residents do what they do at certain times of the year. This was in preparation for holidays. People with guilty consciences that actually finally start getting a conscience about it act out, and they become very, very, very vocal and forward, trying to build themselves up in their mind or make themselves feel like they are normal and haven't done anything wrong.
Or are they just trying to make it up? They're trying to build themselves up to feel like I did nothing wrong. I was right.
That's what I said.
Oh, that must be where I heard it.
Yeah.
It's an echo in here.
So anyhow, this is some reasons why people do this. Some people just have to talk. They have to act. They have to put your food down or your presents down that you give to make them feel better, or your clothing, your style, or just the fact that the way you're there in the middle of where they're going to walk. Yeah. And so it's.
I feel sorry for them. They're very unhappy people.
Yes, they are.
And they can be really mean.
Okay, so now let's talk
Of
about
course, if you
this.
got the quiet ones, they've got issues too.
If people are this way and do this, you feel sorry for them.
I
Okay,
do,
so
because I know they're hurting.
well, you have to understand that, but you're empathic. Most people don't even realize that
Mm.
they have this empathic in them, and they just feel different things. But let's say somebody is like this. So what do you do when you encounter these people, when they do these things? See, you can't now. Wait,
Well, I
before you
can
answer
oh,
that, you can't just not do anything.
no.
Okay,
Well,
no,
no, you're
because
actually
then you
doing something
become,
if you're doing nothing.
but then you become the victim, and you open the door for more of that to come. It makes that person feel freer to do it. So
Mm,
what do you do? What do you
well,
do?
like any normal human being, I start to get upset.
Sure.
But I I stop myself and I try to A, put myself in that person's position.
Hmm.
2, I try to say, well, now what's making them do that? And 3, I try to just keep myself in a calm level thing. And there's been times when my sleep apnea kicked in or something else and I didn't keep it calm. But usually when I have my everything right, I just kind of try to get through it without causing issues.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Now,
That's what I do.
how I do it is I will ignore or just go and walk away or turn my head or do something else once or twice. Okay. Then I'll start making some comments like somebody says, "Oh,
But that's coming from you in
okay,
your childhood.
okay, just let me finish. I'm saying what I would do. I will say nothing, then I'll start to make a little comment here and there nicely. Then I'll try to joke about it. If it's a severe thing that's said or point blank, it's like, now you called me out. Now I'm going to say something. I have learned to try to keep things civil, and I'll do that once.
Once.
That's enough. I'm not going to be invited to be a victim again. If
You can't
somebody
be a victim if you
if
don't allow
somebody
yourself.
wants to be an ass, then I'm going to respond in kind. Okay. I'm not going to just roll over and let him do it again. Now, am I looking for it? Nope. I give people the benefit of the doubt wherever I go. In fact, yesterday I had somebody who was trying to push my buttons, and I walked away from him, looked at him real funny, and walked away. And anyhow, I ran into this person again a minute or two later, and all of a sudden they were real meek and mild mannered.
Was it shopping?
Yes, it was at the grocery store. Okay.
Well,
So,
see, you don't know what's going on in their head either.
right,
They're
that's
stressed,
exactly
they're
right.
worried,
That's
they're
exactly
on a
right.
time limit. I mean, you don't know what's going on with people. You got to
That's
give them the benefit of the doubt.
that's what we said when we started this
Mhm.
conversation. You don't know
Mhm.
what's going on. So give them some slack.
Mhm.
But you're not a victim. Don't
No.
be a victim. You cannot you cannot roll over and invite more of someone's abuse. So at some point you need to stand up for yourself. And here's the whole crux of what this we're talking about today is, how do you stand up for yourself?
Well, if it wasn't somebody I had to deal with, I wouldn't deal with them. I wouldn't be around them.
Okay, what if it wasn't somebody? Then you would just not be there. You would stop going to the grocery store
Oh
because
no.
you didn't want to be around that.
No, because at the grocery store, you don't know who you're going to see or what mood they're going to be in. That's just a given. I mean, you just go do your thing and go home.
Okay, what if it was someone you knew that did this, and so you're not going to go to the grocery store because that person's going to be there again?
No, I wouldn't do that.
What would you do?
I'd ignore them. They're not part of my life.
It's somebody you know. They are part of your life.
Well, then I would pass and I would do exactly as my father taught me to do.
Hmm.
Consider the source.
Hmm. And then the next time you see this person, they're going to do it again. And then
Hmm.
what do you
Well,
do?
you don't have to react either, Skip. You can just,
But then what would you do again?
well, it depends upon the situation, but generally I would just either walk away or I would ignore them. I would not get into a fight. I would not verbally get into a fight. Except when my narcolepsy was off, and then I did, but I didn't mean to. I apologized.
Okay, but see, that's the difference between how you would handle it and how I handle it.
Well, there's
I
no need for a fight. You can't change what a person thinks and feels,
no, there's
and you
no,
shouldn't. Everybody should have a right to think what
no.
they think and feel.
That's right. They can think and they can feel it, but they can't act it out. Do not have the right to attack me or to make me feel uncomfortable, to knock something that I'm doing or have or whatever. Let me finish. Because they do it now, they'll do it the next time, they'll do it the next time. No, there's not a need for a fight, but there's simply a need for some civility. And I will look at them and say, you need to change the way you're saying it, or you need to say it differently, or you need to not stop. You need to stop saying these kind of things. Or why do you put something that I'm doing down or I have down? So
Having said that, Skip,
family, I grew up with family like this, and
I was going to
family
say
was,
your father did that to you over and over. I never saw you confront him.
but I walked away for a period of time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah, you did.
I didn't have contact with him for
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of a kind of a long
But
while.
did it change him?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it did.
No, it
Because
didn't.
yes, he did. He changed him the way he interacted with me. He did it different, and he knew that changed the way he interacted with you. And
No, we never had a problem.
I know, but
because he knew I would.
Well, we don't
say
want
a
to
few
get
words.
into all that on
Well,
the air here.
but
That's
but
not
wait
the
a minute.
point.
Wait a minute. The point is
I
he's
saw him interact different with you.
okay. Well, yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
He did. I agree. He liked me.
Yeah. Now here's a comment. Linda said, "I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to listen to her turn it on me and claim I misunderstood.
And that's what they will do.
I'm not going to defend myself again." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Linda says, "I know what she said." Okay, so that's right. But at the same time, you have to draw a line, you have to draw a boundary. Otherwise, you're going to keep going through this every time you see this person. Walking away, all it is she knows she gets under your skin.
No.
Okay? Yes,
No.
because she's going to do it again. So, in fact, wait, don't say anything. Linda, type in and tell us, has this happened before with this person? All right. Now, Mo says we shouldn't do the same thing back, but we can speak out. Like, please don't speak to me like this. Mo says, I'm in social work and it's rewarding, but there are a lot of traumatized people who sometimes act out.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jan's with us. She joined in. She says, better late than never. Mo says, but we're not obligated to take it. Management even said that we can say we can help you when you tone it down.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Nobody should take verbal or emotional abuse.
Right.
We definitely know you don't take physical abuse, but emotional and mental abuse can hurt more than the physical, actually, because it never goes away. You know, it's people don't realize what their words do to other people.
Right.
I mean, that's just part of the human world.
But you have to understand that, yes, there are people that do this. There's a lot of them. Family, friends, unknown people that you don't know, people you just encounter by chance, or people who come back into your life at a special point, even if it's for just a minute in a grocery store aisle.
Or if you go out and and you're in groups, like dance groups, or even, wherever, psychic groups, whatever. They're out there. But I try to look beyond what they're presenting. They're hurting somehow, and they're trying to protect themselves by saying, I'll hurt you before you hurt me.
Yes.
And then they'll also put you down because they know they're not up to your standard. So everybody that's miserable will try to bring you down to their standard.
Yeah.
And that's where you've got to just walk away, consider the source, and bless and release, and hope they get some help.
Or say something that,
well, like Mo says, you can say, I don't want to be talked to like that.
Or something
of course, that to me would start a fight.
But sometimes that will start a fight. But then you have the choice to walk away, or you can get in a fight with them. But the point is, you need to speak out. You need to draw a line. And if the person crosses the line again, then you're out.
I think it's also the way you present yourself. I really do. I think if you come in strong and people know you're a strong person and you don't come in wishy-washy, they're going to know about how far they can go. Most times.
Yes.
Oh, Linda says, I have thought about it and realized she doesn't think a lot of me. She was mad because I couldn't take her and her family to the airport because I'm not well enough. Well, there you go. She's not friends with you. She's friends with you because she likes to use you. And if you don't do what she wants, then she's not your friend. And so it's not up to you to make her believe it. You know what it is. You know how she makes you feel. So pass and repass, and I wouldn't be friends with her.
No, I wouldn't either.
Mm-mm.
But you see, you just made a comment. What did you just tell her?
I don't know. It's not me talking. Well, it is me talking, but I mean, what did I say? I don't know. It's not up to her to. I don't know what I said because
it's not
I'm
up to
talking
you
through.
to take care of your fellow man.
True.
Relative, friend, enemy, does not, just acquaintance or a total stranger, doesn't matter. You don't have to take care of them. You need to take care of yourself
First.
This is where you draw the line, and then you react accordingly after that. But you got to draw the line nicely, civilly.
Sure.
And most of the time, sometimes you have to take extreme measures. But
very, very rare.
You draw the line and you react after that.
But see,
that's where I say I'll give somebody one chance or a chance.
Yes.
The next time, no.
Everybody should get a second chance unless it's something really bad. But yeah, because you don't know where those people are coming from. But they have no right to continue to hurt you. And if that hurts you, then it's up to you to take care of yourself and say, I'm not putting myself there.
That's right. You're not responsible, Linda, just Linda's case alone. This is a good example. Linda's case alone. You're not responsible for that person getting to the airport.
No.
You don't have to make them feel comfortable. You don't have to help them save money and spend your gas money and your time when you don't feel good, especially.
That's right.
Whether you feel great or not or sick, you don't have to take care of those people and spend your time, your money. You do it out of the goodness of your heart because you try to help or aid or assist somebody.
And it's also a good way to is it always you helping that person or does that person ever help you? To bit, she doesn't do anything for Linda.
Yeah.
She never has time.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Whatever. But I mean, there are people like that too. Oh, Elaine's on. Okay, I hope you got your hot water taken care of.
But see, point here is that you don't have to take care of these people. You don't have to be their sitter. You don't have to be the person who makes things right for them. All you need to do is you worry about yourself. Now, when somebody steps into that circle of self, then you have the right to defend you or not make it not happen again. So what you do is you do it civilly. You give somebody a chance, and that's what we've learned to do. Now,
I don't think you have to defend, explain, or justify anything that you do, and nobody has a right to question you on it.
That's right.
I mean, I really don't. Oh, Shelley's on. Hi, Shelley. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
I have learned from you. I've learned from you, and I've tuned in. I know when something's going to go down.
Yeah, you do. That's true.
And with family, friends, whatever. And I'll explain it to you first, and we do whatever. And then we react when it happens. But just because you know it happens doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean it's going to happen exactly the way you think it is. But you have to understand that something's going to happen. So you kind of prepare yourself. Do I walk around with my guard up? No. But I keep it in my mind that this is what I picked up. When it happens, this is how I'm going to react. Do I always react that way? No, because sometimes things are a little bit different. And so I will react a little bit differently than I thought I was going to. But the point is, and I know this sounds kind of crude, but I don't take anybody's crap. And I'm not going to start at my age. And I've learned that I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because I watched my father-in-law do this in life. And it worked for him, and so I'll give it a shot for me.
I will say my dad took a lot of crap, but he considered the source. And what that meant was he may have taken it because he didn't want to have a fight or whatever, but he also realized who they were and what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't going to bend down to their level, and he wasn't going to be harmed by it.
That's right.
He just did what he wanted to do, whether they liked it or not. And I think that's the best way to be. You cannot correct the whole world. The whole world, the only time they really get the best of me is when they come out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not ready for it, and I'm just shocked because I can't believe somebody said that.
Right.
And so then I lick my wounds, and then I go, okay, fine, that's the way they want to think, fine, but that doesn't mean I have to be their friend or be part of what they're doing, and I'm not gonna.
Right. And see,
Deandra, that's a cool name.
hold on there. I'm going to go back up here because we got some good comments, and this is what we're both saying.
Mm-hmm.
Linda says, "I take her dinner on every holiday, but
No
not
more.
anymore.
Nope.
You drew a line in the sand. The next time she crosses it, now you can get right to the point
All you have,
quicker and take care of it."
but all she's going to have to look for now is that she will put the guilt trip on her, and she's going
Mm-hmm.
to, in the end, blame you for everything that happened.
Oh, sure.
And that's okay. Say, well, guess that's the way it is.
JM says, "What a pep talk. I'm putting up my dukes and walking away."
See, that's what I do.
And
know?
Mo, being from
Because
Canada,
it's just not you. You have to worry about what that's going to do to reflect the other friends, the family, and anybody else
sure,
involved. Because
right.
it's just not you. You're going to affect everything.
But Mo being in Canada says, "Oh, happy American Thanksgiving to my American friends.
Thank
Ours
you.
happened earlier." Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why does theirs happen earlier?
They're thankful on a different day.
Oh, okay.
Now here's a good one, Shelley. This is exactly what I said earlier, that this is happening. "I have been extremely anxious lately. Does anything come to you about the anxiety?" Yes, it does, Shelley. We were just talking.
Well, in reference to what we're talking about, but she might have anxiety to something totally different.
We were talking earlier. 48 years. We've been talking earlier about we're in a holiday period. They're coming up, and anxieties build, stress builds. People get into situations. It's like, what should I do? How am I going to do this? And I think you're feeling the anxiety of going into the holidays. That's a psychic hit. That's the first thing that came to me, and I went, "Wow, what a perfect point of what I'm just saying."
And I can relate to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know it happened. It happened to me.
I know. But now Patty says, "But every time I've given somebody a second chance, it always comes out to bite me.
Yep.
I trust my gut." Yes, you do. You give yourself, you give in, you try to help, you be nice, whatever, and you come back and get bit. Okay, first time you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Done.
Yeah, but
no
you got to
more.
give. The reason I try to give a second chance is because you don't know where that person was coming from the first time. Now, if they turn around and do the same thing to me the second time, I pretty well know where they're coming from, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with her, but sometimes it's not bad to give a second chance. Just keep your eyes open and your ears.
Yep.
And when the what hits the fan, say, okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I want to give a point. I had a family member who said something to me on Christmas one time, and I was boiling. I was so hot. I mean, I was boiling. I got up and I left and went outside.
You walked away.
My son came over and said something, okay, to me outside. I said, "Just never mind." I told him, I got it off my chest. And he said, "Okay." So we talked about it. Next time, does it happen again? Probably would. Probably will. But next time, if that ever happens, then if I'm ever around that person again, that's going to be the end of it, because I'll put my foot down right there, and that person will know, don't cross that line with me again. So anyhow, that's
happened with your family.
I know that's some things you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Shelley says, "I agree. Too many obligations."
Yeah.
Now here's another point. Why are we starting to feel this way? Because number one, there's a lot of obligations. Okay. One thing people need to understand that helps take this stress of obligations away is we go into the Christmas season. So number one, we run around for Thanksgiving dinners, whether we make them or not, or go to someone's. You still have this prep to do. Okay. A typical dinner like for us, we have 10 people that we have come over for dinner in our family. And it's a $300 dinner. Easy.
Oh, bull crap.
I
That ain't
spent $200 yesterday.
Oh, did you? Oh, well,
Yeah.
prices have gone up.
It's a $300 dinner. Number one.
But we all take turns doing
It's a $300 dinner. Number one. Number two, you have to understand that everybody makes their piece and brings it. By the time you're done, it's a $300 dinner for 10 people. That's $30 a plate. I could go out to a restaurant, but I don't have the memories. I don't have the relaxation of being home.
And you don't have
so
as much food.
You pay for it. So here's another thing. Christmas coming. Okay, everybody wants to get gifts. Everybody wants to do better than last year or whatever the case is. But most of us, most people, how much money do you put on credit cards and charge?
That you the Christmas season.
Oh, see, there's the attitude. It's the Christmas season, so you pay for this for a year or two.
That's all right. I gave somebody happiness, and I let them know how I felt about them.
But you don't charge, okay? So, but the point is this: you get so far into debt, now you created more stress. So next time Christmas comes around, okay, here you
just got rid of the last year. Now you start over again,
or you're still paying it off, and you're adding to it. So you got to think about what you're doing with the stress you're creating by participating in things, and to this degree that you're putting the stress on yourself, and you know you're going to be paying this for the next 12 to 50 years, 12 months to 50 years.
Boy, you're a real downer.
No, I'm telling you a reality. And so you're putting this, you're building this stress up. Now you got Christmas dinners, you got Christmas being around relatives again, that maybe you were around again on Thanksgiving, and one of them crossed, or two of them, three of them crossed the line a little bit.
Well, I'm not going where you go for dinner.
Yes, but the whole point is this: is you got to figure out what's causing the stress. So whether it's a person just being an ass and with a big mouth and no filters on, or if it's you putting, like in Shelley, too many obligations, and it's like, why do you feel the stress? If it's you shopping, putting things on credit cards, you know you got to pay off. There's a whole lot of things to the holidays that you got to put them in the right perspective. And that's part of what I'm saying about how you react to people's mouths running, or the situations that go on, somebody trying to outdo your food or your presence.
We don't always agree.
There's your confirmation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you have
I have the right to be wrong.
Yeah. So
you and I just see things in different lights. Yeah, it's probably from the male perspective versus the female perspective. I'm sure.
Well, and that's my whole point. You see it and do things the way you think you need to. I see it and do it the way I think I need to. However, let's draw a line on this and define one thing: different reactions. The female or the empathic side versus me, the psychic side. I know what's going to go on beforehand most of the time, or I can feel the inkling of how, or the something about it. She gets it afterwards and why it happened. Okay.
That's true.
But who is more the victim because it keeps happening, because you don't have boundaries set for people?
You only become the victim if you allow yourself. It's how you think about things.
If I
think I'm a victim, then I'm a victim. If I just say, well, I feel sorry for that person, consider the source, I'm not a victim.
Okay, so let's do this.
Which was a hard lesson to learn, I'll tell you.
Let's change the words. Who does it happen to more, you or me?
Well, I think we both get it.
I
think because of either me being a Pisces or empathic or both or whatever, I think it affects me more because I care about how they feel and why they felt they had to do that and all that crap. So I want to help them even though they hurt me. After I get the anger out of there. More? I wouldn't live in your shoes for $100.
Okay.
I really would.
Give you 60. But okay, so
yeah, I have more feelings than you do.
I know. But there's my point. The point is you got to figure out for yourself. If you don't control it, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen worse. It can happen from
It's
another
not so
person.
much Skippy controlling it, it's what you control that lets it hurt you.
Yes.
You can't control other people. I wouldn't even want to. They have their lessons, their path. I have my lessons, my path.
Yes. There we go. And there's today's subject. This is how psychics and mediums get through this.
And what's that got to do with anything? Everybody out there's got to get through it.
That we are the same as people out there.
Oh.
I have an insight as to what's probably going to happen in any given situation.
Generally.
You have insight afterwards on how to react to it to help you and that person, because you think about the other person. I think about stopping and correcting the situation before it happens again.
I try to think what that other person would want me to say to make them feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I mean, you know, let's say somebody gets a brand new outfit or a brand new living room set or a brand new bedroom set or you know whatever. You want people to come and say that looks really nice, but there are some people that will come in and and you know they're thinking it looks nice, but they don't make you feel better. You know.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yes.
And that's there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way they are, but you have to understand that and then don't take it personally.
There is something wrong with that.
No, there's not.
Okay, see, there's our difference. But anyhow, you guys go and have a happy holiday. Just remember, you don't have to walk around with your armor or your shields on, but you do have to take care of yourself and react in whatever way works for you.
And you have to walk in with confidence. Don't walk in with the sign on your forehead saying, "Go ahead, kick me."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Really. I mean, let them know that you are there, you are a force to be reckoned with, and that you are a human being with rights.
Right.
And that you will respect theirs and they should respect yours.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right.
Yeah. Now, there was a question up here.
Right here.
Oh.
From Deandra. She joined us and said, will me and Jay, letter J, be on good terms and talk? Yeah, you guys are going to talk, but it's never going to be the same.
I think it'll be a while myself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't plan on it this weekend.
Yeah.
I really would. I think there's some healing to be done on both sides, and it's going to take time.
Yes.
And I don't think you were wrong. I don't think that J person was wrong. I think it was just the circumstances. You know, you should have agreed to disagree.
Yes. Now, Elaine says, yes, I do have hot water. Yay. I read something down here. She said, thanks to Skip.
Yeah. Oh, you had to read that. Yeah.
I went to Lowe's and saved around $400.
Yeah.
And it was in by noon the following day. Woohoo. So you're
Good job.
You're having the Reiki share tonight.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Well, excellent. That's good. I'm glad you got it fixed.
Well, you know, Linda makes a comment too. Mine is all cash. Well, most people either have a Christmas fund or they plan for it. Not everybody uses credit cards, but there are people who do. You know, there's nothing wrong with either way. It's however you choose to deal with it.
Oh, here's a good point. Linda says yes, but after the second chance changes the relation. After the second chance, it changes the relationship. Is what she's found.
And it's true because your guard's up,
and it should.
And you're going, I'm not going there again, which is it's a normal thing to be and do, and you did the right thing.
Yep. Shelley says no credit cards,
but I wouldn't take her any dinners.
No.
And when she says, "Where's my dinner?" I'd say, "Well, I don't know. It's in my house, I guess."
Yeah.
No. Linda's a good example of how she feels for that other person, and she wants to make her feel good, no matter what the cost. The other person is saying, "I can do and say whatever I want to her because she'll always come back."
Right.
And that's what you got to stop.
Mo says it's very interesting to see the difference between Sharon and Skip's perspective. That's true. And, Jane's with us from the UK. She says, hi, sorry I'm late. Do you have any messages for me, please?
Oh, you're not late. You got here exactly when you're supposed to. Lynn says you're a survivor.
Yes.
And thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes. And Reiki Share is on. So now we need to go back to Jane and answer questions.
You know, Jane, for some reason, I see you carrying some kind of a bag or a container to carry things in, but I see you going to little stores or little shops and getting things. And I'm going to say small. They're not like the size of a turkey, but I'm just saying small things that you put in this bag. I don't know what this is about, and I don't think it's shopping for food unless you buy like not designer food, but food from a special cheese store or food from a special meat store or things that are specially or made, or what do you call it? Like we call it yuppie food, or made for people who can spend extra money on it. It's not like that. I'm just seeing you picking these
Yuppie
things up.
food?
Yeah, like you go to a yuppie store or whatever you want to call it. Um, but and I don't know why that's significant, but
Well, it's Christmas coming up. Maybe she's doing that.
shopping. But I'm seeing you with something long sleeves, coat, sweater, whatever,
Oh,
long sleeves, and carrying this bag and smiling, and it's like you found the things that other people only hoped that they could find.
good,
So
good. The thing that hit me was when she asked that question, I heard husband. So asking what about the husband, as I did, it's like I want you to have him pay attention to his health. There's something maybe going on or is going to go on that when it happens, or if it hasn't happened already, tell him to go get a baseline check at the doctor. I think it'd be a good idea, but there's something he should watch about his health.
she says, yes, Christmas shopping.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
figured. Christmas, yeah.
That's cool. You give gifts, or I think you find unique gifts that a lot of people would think, God, I wish she would shop for me.
Exactly. She now there's a good example of she can feel how people are going to feel when they get a certain gift.
Hmm.
Okay? She buys for the person, not just because it's a gift,
Yeah.
And I like that. Ah, he needs his cholesterol. Oh, well, tell him to get there. Don't mess around. But I would like a baseline.
Yeah. And Mo said made my point for me, specialty food or something like
Uh,
on that order.
yeah. I know what you mean, but I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word to use.
Specialty food. We'll just leave it at
Well,
that.
it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Now there was one other question.
Where?
Um MJ or JM says, "What a pep talk!" And putting my dukes on, then walking away. I think that's funny. Um, No, I guess there wasn't. We got them all.
I think I would walk away, put on my dukes, and come back.
Artisan food. That's what she said. That's the
Artisan.
word I'm trying to. That better describes it.
What the
Yes.
heck is artisan food?
Like if I have a special way to
That's a
make
new word for me.
foie gras, it was like you would. I would
So that
package it.
person makes a carrot cake a certain way?
Yes, a fancy way with a special
Oh,
taste,
kind of
and
like a French
I have a
thing.
reputation for making carrot cake, great carrot
I
cake that
see.
everybody loves.
I see.
And it's like, yeah. So,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Now
All
Elaine
right.
says, should I invite my ex? Are you nuts? Should I invite my ex-husband to Thanksgiving to make my daughter feel better?
You want to say it together?
Nope, I'll let you.
No, no, no. The daughter and the father can get together and have their own tradition. No.
You are our ex for a reason, Elaine. And I want you to remember that reason. Now,
Now,
if you decide to do this, what do you think it's going to leave you feeling like? Because it's not going to go the way you think.
and you
Period.
don't think he'll take that chance to throw another little verp at you?
Mhm.
Don't open the door and be hit.
You
I mean,
see,
I understand why you want to do it. I really do. But your daughter is totally fully grown and gets what happened and she knows what he did. And so why would you want to bring somebody back into your life for one day
mhm.
that will make you feel like crap?
See, this is the exact point we were talking
Mhm.
about. You take care of yourself first.
Mhm.
Number one. Number two, do you really need to put yourself through this with people? And if you do you really think that this person is not going to take advantage of the situation and do something or say something that's
Or
going to
use
make
it
you feel bad, or it's going to leave you feeling attacked or put down?
or leaving the door open for more crap to come in.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe I can't think your daughter really wants you to go through that. I don't. I think she's feeling like dad's going to be left alone or whatever. Maybe she could have Thanksgiving breakfast with her dad and then come to your house for dinner, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do what you do for everybody else all the time. If this is something you really think you should do, free will, free choice. I think you will learn the hard way that you shouldn't have done it. And who wants to go down memory lane? I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to go down memory lane. And I think your daughter doesn't want you to go through that crap either. I really don't. I think you need to help her find a way that she feels her dad is being taken care of on Thanksgiving and her mother is too.
Okay. Now, you never came from a split family. I came from a split family.
Yeah, you did.
So let me answer from a split family child's perspective. Growing up, it might have been made me feel a little different. However, it also would make me feel like I asked for this as a child if this were to happen. Okay, because I know it's not going to go well with you and your ex. It rarely goes well with any ex, but there are people who do it, yes. But I want to also say this as an adult of a split home, looking back, it's like I'm glad I didn't get put through that kind of a situation because it would never have worked. Okay. It would always be something. The guards, there will be an argument or there will be a put down and somebody's going to respond.
Yeah.
So, in most cases, and I'm just talking in my family's case, it wouldn't have worked. So, and in fact, a lot of people I knew who had split homes, it wouldn't have worked. So, it's like, why?
I really think the key to that whole thing, Elaine, is you talking to your daughter and seeing why she would feel better. Is this a I wish mom and dad were back together moment? Which every child probably would love to have because
Mm-hmm.
that's their security thing. Um, but I think your daughter needs to understand it's over. It's not going to ever be again, and that you can talk to each other when you have to. But why would you invite it back into the home
Mm-hmm.
to create chaos and make you? I mean, how are you going to feel? How can you go there and say, "Come on in"? And just like old friend week and not remember and have emotions come up. I just don't see it happening.
She says, now I will never consider it again.
Oh,
Good,
thank you so
good.
much
It's
because you deserve better than that. I think the whole thing is you need to talk to your daughter so she understands that you still both father and mother both love the daughter. It'll never change, but maybe she needs to start a tradition with her dad on Thanksgiving morning, or
uh,
maybe come to your house for dinner and go you have dessert with him or whatever. I mean, but I don't think she realizes that it would what the feelings you would go through
mm-hmm,
if she puts you through that. And
right.
I don't think she's doing it to be I think she's got some kind of insecurity going on there that she needs some kind of it's okay, nothing's going to go wrong,
Yeah.
we got you even though we're not together type thing.
Crystal says, I agree with you, with us. I think is what
Uh-huh.
she's saying. And Elaine says, no, I'll never consider it again. And
Yeah.
Crystal says, stay strong, Elaine. That's what it is. Yes, it's a moment of weakness, this thought coming into your head. Because number one, you want, like Sharon said, you want to have things happen.
Well, you want
And
your child happy.
you want to recreate and have that feeling for your child that they had growing up,
Hmm.
hopefully. So,
And that's what every mother does. They will sacrifice anything for their child to be happy. And hopefully in this decade or this century we have learned you don't have to do that, that you count too. And children, I mean, little kids is one thing, but she has an adult child that will totally get it and understand. I would just talk to her about it.
mhm.
Hmm.
Crystal has a question. She says, my brother blew up at me over nothing a couple days ago, but I think he knows something. What do you think?
Didn't you tell her the brother was going to be coming back and saying something? I thought you did one time.
I did. I
I
don't
think.
remember what I said. It was just this Wednesday on at the showcase, I think. Um, a couple days
Could
ago.
have been, yeah. That
I
just rings a
don't know
bell.
what I said. So go back to that card that Sharon sent you, Crystal, with the psychometry reading on it that I did for you at the showcase, and she emailed it to you.
Usually not even knowing what to go. Oh, we just got hit again by hot girls. Woohoo!
Hot girls.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Give me a break. Put them in a pot of boiling water, then you'll have hot girls. What was I thinking?
I don't know. I'm going through and.
Oh, I was going to say anybody who blows up over nothing, apparently
Crystal
she's hitting a button somewhere. So I agree with her. Something he knows or feels something that they don't know what's going on.
In doing that, Crystal, I blocked you. Sorry.
Oh, good going, Skippy.
How do I unblock somebody? I can't find her up here because once you block them, it takes their comment out.
Josie was blocked for 5 minutes too. Good going there. See, push buttons. I rest my case.
And I lost Josie's question. Yeah,
because only for 5 minutes. She'll be back on in 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry about
Skippy.
that.
Him and his buttons. Nothing personal. It's just him hitting buttons.
Yeah.
If you've been a part of this show before, you know what I've said about buttons. Oh, that's too bad.
It kept appearing as that person.
No,
we
blocked. You got overexcited. You were trying to get rid of them, and you went too far.
I didn't.
That's what you did.
I thought I was moving down to each one.
Yeah.
Mo says, "Oh, I thought they deleted their questions."
No. Skip just messed around. He pushed a button.
The wrong thing. But I'm glad that this topic, these questions, comments came up because this is exactly what I was saying. If you think about it, why put yourself into these situations? If you do get into these situations, then you need to be prepared to take action and control it as much as you can for yourself and the other people around. And see, you're not only going to protect yourself, you need to protect the other people around.
Well, oh, this could go forever. But I mean, when people come, so we go to somebody else's house. You're walking into their environment. Vice versa when they come to your house. So everybody is kind of on edge because it's not comfort zone time. Hopefully, I mean, our family is like we can go to their house, they can come to our house, and it is comfort zone because we've been around each other long enough, that we pretty well feel comfortable saying or doing about anything, because we all understand each other. But I mean, there are the one right there. You go into a non-comfortable situation, which is what holidays do, and you just really have to be strong. You have to realize what you're going to take and what you're not going to take, and what you're going to go and how you're not going to go. And with Elaine, I can say, Elaine, I can see where you're healing, and you've healed enough to think, okay, I can handle him coming back. But at the same time, you need to ask yourself the question of why would you want to put yourself there again? And you got to look in the mirror and love yourself enough and say, nope, not going there anymore. So, well, wonder what Josie wants and what.
Oh, Josie's got like 2 more minutes in timeout. Then she'll be back. And Crystal was just blocked.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to wait for the next show. I hope she can hear us.
Can you?
I think we answered her question.
Can you unblock it?
No, I tried.
You can't. Really?
No, yeah. Private chat. I can't even do a private chat.
Well, you're out. Yeah. Hopefully.
Lynn says, how do you politely tell a coworker that you don't want to be friends? You can't without causing some problems. What you can do is constantly segregate yourself. Don't be around them as much as you can. Don't be around them, or
I would be around them in a
work
in a group situation. I wouldn't be one-on-one with them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't totally agree with you. I think there are things you could very politely say, like, there's so many things we don't agree on, or my lifestyle's different than yours. I mean, you can think some things up that
causes more problems.
Not always. Depends on how far you let it go.
See, there's you trying to make
Yes,
sure
just
somebody
just keep
feels
declining
good.
their invitations. Correct.
You're trying to make them feel good.
I'm
And
not trying to make them feel good. I just don't want them to feel bad.
okay, you're trying to make them feel good. And you're keeping their feelings from getting hurt. The point is this, don't put yourself in that situation. Just
If you're working with them, you're already in the situation.
but if you tell them we're just never going to work out, we can't be friends, you're
No, you don't
creating
say
you're
it that
creating
way.
an enemy.
You don't say it that
Well,
way.
what how would you say it?
I'm like, just what she's doing. Just keep declining their invitations. And when she goes, why? Or he, whichever one, I'm sure that person will probably sometimes say, why don't you ever come to anything? Just keep saying, I'm busy. My lifestyle is always changing. I can't, you can be nice and keep not being available. And that's what she's going to have to do.
They'll get the hint.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, Josie's back.
Okay. Any insight
You
into
better
why?
explain what happened to her.
Well, I think she knows,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'll say anyhow.
Okay.
I hit the wrong button and I blocked you for 5 minutes. Crystal, I blocked. She
Yeah.
can't come in till the next broadcast that
Darn
we
it.
do. But anyhow, your question was any insight into why I'm experiencing a strong pain in my lower right side of my back. Seems to come and go and mostly happens in the evening after a night of rest. I am good in the morning. Yes,
How are you reading in school?
I don't have glasses
Oh,
on.
that's right. You don't have glasses.
And so
You got to go get those.
I know. But yes, I do have some insight into this. You have some problems in your hips, the spine area in the hips. And I believe what you say, lower back,
Hmm.
lower right side of my back. Yes. And
Got a pinched nerve going on.
I think it's a little more than that. It's pinched nerve, maybe, but it's also something pressing against the nerve. And you might have what I keep saying the word spinal stenosis. Okay. So
Which is,
you might go to a back doctor, and a doctor, not your regular doctor, unless you had to go for a referral, but you go to a back doctor and say, why is this happening? What? But what?
no, that's
Okay.
what I mean, what I got was spinal stenosis is a narrowing of the area where the spinal cord is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's got something to do with a nerve being, whether her hips are out or whether she needs an adjustment or whatever. I think that's what's causing it.
Yes, I agree. Like
That's
Mo says, my friend wanted to start something with an engaged man, and I told her that it's her choice, but not to wait for me to agree with
that's
her.
right. That's a nice way of doing it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's good.
And I agree with you
Yeah,
because she's going to get hurt.
and I think we answered Crystal's question, Mo. So I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we did. Um, but I think I already told her what was going to happen. It just
yeah.
happens.
But when you get off the air, I think you should text her and say I didn't mean to
Yeah.
block you because
Well, I think she's hearing us because Josie heard us. But anyhow, uh, where am I at here? Emily. Emily.
Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hmm.
I have misplaced my laptop and can't find it. Do you pick up anything? Ooh, a whole laptop
Mm.
gone.
Did you misplace it or did you leave it somewhere?
I think you left it somewhere,
That's what it feels like to me.
like either where you were at.
Oh, I don't know if you go to a coffee shop or something like that, but it's like I see you putting it underneath your legs, you might say, up against the back of
Hmm.
the bench or whatever, and I think you just walked off and left it.
You know, I see that same situation down below,
Hmm.
but I'm not so sure somebody didn't reach in and take it.
Well, I don't see that. I just see where she gets up and it's left.
Yeah, I agree that
Yeah.
it's
Now that doesn't
something.
mean maybe somebody, if you saw somebody take it, maybe somebody at that place has got it, waiting for you to come and say, did you find a laptop?
Backtrack where you were.
Yeah. But I think it's someplace you either had lunch or you went out to coffee or there's something, and it's brown in color, the area, like the walls, the tables, they're brown in color.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right. Josie says, thank you. I tend to lean on my right side, especially when sitting. I'll definitely take your advice just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it could be nothing more than just the way you're sitting is pinching a nerve, and that makes your back hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have
Spinal
stenosis. I'm
stenosis.
saying that you're close to getting it. It comes on with age.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Or trauma.
Or trauma, yeah. But I'm saying something. In other words, something happens to your back. Or
I think something can do something. I back that up. I think there's somebody who can do something. I think it just needs an adjustment to get the pain pressure off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see now.
Emily says, I wonder if it was stolen.
I was wondering if it was stolen.
I haven't been to a coffee shop.
Maybe at my parents'.
Well,
I don't think it's at your parents', but I saw a hand coming down and grabbing this thing and doing this. And like it was like she said, if it was up against your table of a leg or something, or a couch or somewhere. But anyhow, I don't think it's at your parents'.
Actually, while we're sitting here, I'm going, what has it? I don't know if you have an Applebee's where you are, or if you ever go to one, but they have bench seats and it's dark brown underneath. And
Right.
that's kind of what I saw with, brown. So maybe it wasn't a coffee shop, but it was like a restaurant or something. I don't know, but there was definitely socializing going on.
Yeah. Oh, Crystal's back. She said I switched
accounts.
I switched accounts to my laptop.
Good going, Crystal.
Yeah, sorry, I screwed up. I hit the wrong button. But you'll be back next week. You'll be able to log back in again and say something. Emily says, okay, I will look. And Mo says, I forgot to ask, but just remembered. Skip, did you find your ring? Yes, I got both of them. I'll show you right here.
And where were they, Skippy?
They were exactly where she said. She made me look in my truck 5 or 6 times. She kept saying, it's in your truck. It's in your truck. But my truck is an F-150. It's a tall truck. And so I'm standing on the ground. I opened, she said it's in the glove box or the ashtray. So
no, I just said it was in the truck. It was in your truck. I didn't say ashtray.
Well, you told me to look in the ashtray one time.
Yeah, I need a little cubby hole. Yeah.
So anyhow, I pulled out the ashtray and I'm standing on the ground. Well, I'm not tall enough to see over and in. I thought I would just see them if they were in there.
Wouldn't you crawl in the truck, people, when you're looking for something? I would.
I did that 6 times, 5 or 6 times. Finally, I said, fine, I'll check there. I was so desperate. And I went and I got in the truck. I opened up the glove box and whoa, there they were. So I found my rings. So untouched and clean and everything else.
You got lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay, so Mo said, haha.
Okay. All right. So we got to run.
You're not doing my jokes?
Oh, my gosh. We need Sharon's jokes.
Not that we need them. I mean, I'm just...
Oh, yeah. You prepared them. I want to hear them. Oh. Go ahead.
No music? No, you stay away from the buttons. Okay, here we go. What do you wear to Thanksgiving dinner?
What I wear to Thanksgiving dinner? Well,
stretch pants?
No. Just jeans.
No,
I don't know what.
You ought to wear a harvest.
Oh,
a harvest, get it? Okay. Elaine
says, great show. Great show, not great jokes. All right, next.
Okay, what sound does a turkey's phone make?
Gobble, gobble.
After Thanksgiving, there'll be Christmas jokes. But
I don't know.
Wing, wing, wing. Get it? Turkey wing.
God.
Oh.
Mo says, I get it. Sweatpants, I get it.
Okay, now here's what'll make y'all think. So put on your thinking caps.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
If it took 3 people 4 hours to roast a turkey, how many hours would it take 4 people to roast the same turkey?
Whoa, we got to hear this again. This is too much for my brain that quick. Say it again. There took 3 people 4 hours
to roast a turkey.
Yeah.
How many hours would it take 4 people to roast the same turkey?
4 hours.
Oh, Anne's on there. Happy Thanksgiving, Anne.
4 hours.
No, wouldn't take 4 hours.
Lynn says 4 hours.
No, because the turkey's already cooked.
Oh, God.
Get it?
What was the joke again? If it took 3 people 4 hours to cook a turkey.
If it took 3 people 4 hours to roast a turkey, how many hours would it take 4 people, the key words here are, to roast the same turkey? It wouldn't take 4 hours because the turkey's already cooked.
Oh, yeah. Mo says OMG. And that's it?
Thank you, Lynn. See, Lynn got it. That's it.
She
That's
said
enough.
some turkey. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
All right. Wow. All
And I'm
right.
going to take my sinus infection that's still here but getting better but leaving me with red spots on my face. And it's time, to go.
It is.
And like we always say, what a wonderful world.
We'll see you
Love
guys
you, Daddy.
Tuesday at 1 with some more insight into the holidays. All right, you guys.
Oh, no, I'll see you on Tuesday. And then I'll
That's
tell you to
right.
have a happy Thanksgiving.
So we'll see you Tuesday at 1. Guys, check in. Thanks for joining us. It was fun. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.